The dinos are coming for us, so let's talk about it. Jurassic World Aftermath Collection is a suspenseful survival adventure, crash landing on Isla Nublar. After the fall of the Jurassic World theme park, players find themselves trapped in an abandoned research facility when their mission to recover valuable information goes disastrously wrong. To survive, you'll need to explore and solve puzzles while invading a lot of ferocious dinosaurs, including Pterodons, Velociraptors, little babies, and the Tyrannosaurus T-Rex. Oh, boys. The game set is in Jurassic World and inside of the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. If you follow the movies, fully voice acted narrative featuring Laura Bailey and Jeff Goldblum. You get a variety of different tools to host and solve the puzzles that are unique, quotes, air quotes, gripping gameplay without the use of weapons. Let me repeat that, without the use of weapons. This is a non-combat game. If you're looking for a game with combat, this is not it, my boys. With all that being said, let's now get into the real reason why you clicked on this video, from overall thoughts, impressions, and review. And the first thing I'm going to say before we even get into that is that this game is fully audio driven. Barely any cutscenes, barely anything going on. So just let you know that you're just going to be playing the game and you're going to have bare minimum audioization, and you're gonna have to just listen to what is going on to get the story. And now let's break it down. I'm gonna just cut right to the chase after saying that right off the bat, that this game for me is a one and done, one pump chump, bang bang, it's over with, I'm done, toss it out like a used rubber on your jumps, you know what I'm saying? I have the whole playthrough on my channel under the live section if you're curious to see me play it or get some in-depth review clips, in-depth first impressions after watching this review. Boy, it took me around 5.5-ish hours to complete this title, and I did not encounter any crashes, glitches, or bugs, except for the one time during my playthrough that I thought I broke the game, but I just ended up not doing something that I was supposed to do the right way, so I just chalked it up to user error, because once I found out I was doing it wrong, I did it the right way, and it worked. Another thing about this game is that it gets very repetitive, my boys. They try their best to incorporate various gameplay elements with each chunk of different levels, but after a while it sours you out, and that is that. Like, you're gonna be like, sometimes, but you know what I'm saying, you gotta keep going if you're already into it. Another thing I gotta say for y'all is that the game does get dark and spooky at times, so caution to those that are afraid of the dark and afraid of jump scares in VR. I personally love those spooky feelings, but I know for some that is a deal breaker. Some got phobias, some just can't do it. It's just different. VR is a different beast, so just have a caution if you can't do that and you can't deal with it. Also, you're gonna have to use your brain to solve puzzles and stealth to escape the dino's path, because like I said, it's a non-combat game. You're gonna be doing mainly hiding and sneaking around. The game is pretty forgiving. If you end up getting eaten by the dinosaurs, there's tons of checkpoints and you don't really have to backtrack or go too crazy if you die a lot. If you watch my live, you'll see what I'm talking about. The performance of the game is buttery smooth. I had no issues there, and the art style may not appeal to everyone as it takes on that Borderlands cell shading look, which to me, I personally love that Borderlands look, and it looks even better in VR. It's very crystal clear and it's very sharp, but like I said, the art style is not pushing it too crazily. And as I stated before, this game is very repetitive, and just when you think you're near the end of the game, you're not. You gotta keep on grinding and going, because this shit drags on, bro. It drags on, it really does. However, I highly suggest sticking with it to the end if you're already in it, because you're going to experience some of the best moments of VR moments that this game has to offer. I really don't want to spoil anything, but for the sake of this review, to give an example, I'm going to talk about just one moment out of the various moments that this game will give you and it's so crazy. The moment that I love the most is standing in front of a Tyrannosaurus T-Rex, my boy. He's looking you dead in the soul, and you have to push a key card and not get your hand bit and not get destroyed very slowly as it stares into your soul. And if you're like me, you get very immersed in VR. If you're wearing the helmet for like a couple of hours and you're tuning out the real world, you're gonna really think you're there. And that moment right there is a great, intense, iconic moment that this game will give you if you just keep up with it. And me just talking about it, you could say it's a spoiler or you could fast forward through it, but even me talking about it isn't how you're going to experience it and how you're going to feel when you're actually experiencing it. It's a completely different ball game, and it's awesome. There is some dinos sprinkled in, but for the most part, you're really going to see the same 4 rotating throughout your journey, and it's going to be like, meh. Like, you're going to see these same 4 dinos, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about if you watch the review before you buy it, and you're going to be like, damn, he's right. All I see is these motherfuckers. And there's other ones outside of those 4, but those main 4 are going to be the ones you see the most. And, there's some levels in this game that might piss you off. It pissed me off. I'm going to say there's a level about connections. If you know anything about puzzles and connections, yeah, that's all I'm going to say there. And I did not enjoy it at all. All it did for me was make the game longer than it needed to be, just for the sake of more playtime, so they can charge a price that they're charging right now while it's not on sale. Like when it's the non-sale price, I feel like they wanted to get as much playtime as they could to reach that price point. But speaking of sales, the game currently at the time of this review is on sale, and it's at a decent price for fans of the series or somebody looking for a non-combat game, not a zombie game, not a shooting game, just something different. They have a lot of accessibility features for all levels of VR gamers, for entry level, immediate level, advanced level, elite level. I am a veteran in elite level, so I'm very happy that they incorporated profiles and custom options to get the most intensity as possible. But if you're new, you can get the most lightest, so you don't get no sickness and motion sickness as you get your VR legs. And don't worry if you do have those problems, I didn't hit elite overnight, my guys. I played PSVR1, I played Oculus Quest, and there's many nights I took that headset off vomiting. You know, you will get your VR legs if you stick with VR, so don't get tuned off about it. If you have a couple belly aches after you're playing, just don't do what I did and push through it and vomit. Just take it away. Put a fan in front of you, get some ginger root. There's things you can do to combat it, but just make sure the biggest way to get it is after you take it off when you're feeling sick. When you feel better, throw it back on and go in. Most people, they get sick their first time and they say they can't deal with it. I didn't pay a bunch of money back in the day to do that. I just kept going, and now I'm a veteran, I'm an elitist, and I very rarely get sick. There's very few times I do, and that's just if I'm overexhausted and I'm putting the helmet on, because we all know it's a screen to your eyeballs. But that's beside the point of this review. I'm just letting you guys know that this is for all entry levels. You're not locked out if you're not a veteran. But let me just talk about this. With all that said and done, and overall, bro, this game is a solid game. It's very solid. It's very solid, my boys. Very solid. But it's freaking repetitive, my dudes. And not everyone's gonna like this. But it has very good VR moments. But it's not something that I'm ever going to return back to now that I've finished it. We here at NGI give Jurassic Park Aftermath Collection on the PSVR2 a 7 out of 10. Make sure you stay up to date with all the latest in gaming tech news and reviews. Smash that like, hit that subscribe button if you want to support your boy, because you know I'm grinding, bro. We are almost at 30 games reviewed. Y'all don't see I'm putting in work? Come on, boys and girls. I know you out there. I see you. I see my demographics. I know I got some ladies watching. Love y'all. So please support your boy, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video or stream. God bless and peace. Sucker. Look at him. Look at this dude, bro. He's creeping right up on us.
all you want, buddy. Creep all you want. Creep all you want. Cause you suck. Yes, sir. I win.
I want a Pop-Tart, bitch. I want a